Hey friends, what is good? Derek here from Bomb Socks, back with a new week of Bomb Bites where we feast upon the words of Christ one bite at a time. So this week I'm excited to get you into the crazy awesome book of Ether. And as we're going through it, it's going to sound very familiar to you. So you remember how a couple weeks ago we did the Who Am I when I was comparing Mormon to Joseph Smith. Today we're going to do What Am I? Now this is going to sound familiar to you, like I said. A small group separates from a wicked society and establishes a new nation in the Promised Land, led by a faithful leader who's large in stature. After the death of the original leaders, the group divides and contends with one another for generations, seeing both righteous and wicked leaders along the way. The nation's destiny is completely tied to their obedience to God. Righteousness brings prosperity, while pride and wickedness bring eventual destruction. And in the end, the nation falls, leaving one prophet or record keeper to preserve and share the story. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're just like, Derek, I know what this is. This is the Book of Mormon. And of course, you would be right. When you think about all of those descriptions of the Book of Mormon, you've got the founding of a nation with Lehi's family. You've got righteous leaders. You see the pride cycle and the downfall that comes with that. You watch how they basically destroy one another, and you are left with one record keeper, Moroni, to finish off the record. Yes, this does sound just like the Book of Mormon, but as you guys know where I'm going this week, this is also perfectly describing the Book of Ether. You got Moroni, who is wrapping up the Book of Mormon in the Book of Mormon, and he decides to add this record right here. And it's if he is saying, look, you need further proof of what I have just shown you. Here is another example right here from an entirely different civilization. So let's talk about the Book of Ether. First of all, this is kind of going to be an overview today, just to give you some basic details. First off, the book was written by the prophet Ether, who is the last Jaredite standing. He's kind of the Moroni of his people. Ether's record was found by the people of Limhi on the famous 24 gold plates and was translated by King Mosiah. You might remember that from Mosiah chapter 28. Now, one of the cool things here, and this is fascinating to me, this book only contains an 100th part of the entire Jaredite record. So for every 100 pages that Ether could have included, he only included one page. That means we're seeing a very condensed version of this, covering a massive amount of time in 15 short chapters. Now, what's so significant about the book of Ether, again, that it serves as a second witness, an added witness. Scriptures say, out of the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses shall every word be established. This becomes a second witness to everything we've already seen in the Nephite and Lamanite narrative. I think Moroni wants us to recognize that the same blessings that applied to them not only applied to the Nephites, the Jaredites, but to us as well. Anyone who lives in the Promised Land, if you follow the teachings of Jesus Christ, you will be blessed. If you don't follow, those same blessings don't come to you. It just adds a second witness that God is serious about the covenants he wants to keep with his children in the Promised Land. Now, you're going to see examples as you go through the book of Ether of righteousness and prosperity, and you're going to see wickedness and destruction. That pride cycle is alive and well in the book of Ether. So as we really dive into this book this week, and this is just kind of a short episode for you today, I want you to keep an eye out for those particular patterns, because Moroni wants to show us that in this particular part. As we've read the Book of Mormon up to this point, here's an added witness. And I think you'll find that the book of Ether is a powerful, humbling witness that God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. And sadly, so are his children. And you get to see that repeated witness right there. I'm excited to go through it with you, and I think we're gonna have a great time with it. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and thanks for sharing these messages. As always, we're so grateful that you do that. And if you like what you see, click the like button. And of course, if you haven't already, you got to go check out our amazingly comfortable gospel themed socks at bombsocks.com. Godspeed, friends. See you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.